Good morning. Williams, Philippines. It's February 6th at about 9:30, uh, Thursday morning. Again, 2025. Well, good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Here, turn that a little bit. This thing was a bit off. Come here. Wake up. Stay. Okay. Oi. About to get this in the can and start uploading. Then I'm going to try to go out and mow, carry some stuff around to the dumpster. I got it emptied. Uh, Trash truck just went by, so I know I got room. Anyway, yeah, trying to get things taken care of for things. I was sitting here watching a few videos. I got a very late start. I didn't get to bed as early as I wanted to yesterday, and when I woke up at about 1 o'clock, 1:15, yeah, I got up, did a few things, and decided to go back to bed. And then woke up around 6 something. Yeah, was going to do taxes. That didn't happen. Gonna have to try to do that tonight uh, when I get up. Hopefully, I'll be good and tired by the time. I'm gonna try to do some physical stuff around the house, get that taken care of. But there was a video I was watching about some folks doing a sustainable backyard in the Philippines, and I think the name of the channel was, yeah, Unwritten Journey. And yeah, I actually enjoyed that. I had to watch a couple of their videos, and yes, their channel's a bit bigger than mine is, about 4 times as big as mine. They're about to break 1,000. Me, I'm trying to hit 250 still. But Unwritten Journey, uh, showing off sustainable backyard farming, gardening, ranching, whatever you call it. Trying to raise as much as you can on your own. I like that. I was trying to do that here in my backyard. And they're getting set up to raise pigs, chickens, and I know they're raising, I think it's a black soldier fly larva for the protein for the chickens. Uh, and from what I can see of the setup, it's doing pretty good. Uh, yeah, I was doing something like that with aquaponics, trying to raise fish for me to eat and raise chickens and raise the greens and such. The fish I were using were tilapia, which were vegetarian type fish. They eat a lot of greens. And you raise the fish eating the greens that you grow. And I was basically using lettuce that I grew for me, tomatoes that I grew for me, out of this aquaponics bed. Uh, didn't have dirt, it had lava rock and hydroton pellets. And the water would go from the fish tank up into the bed for the grow bed. The grow bed, the water goes through it, and as it goes through it, it is uh, the ammonia and nitrites and nitrates are broke down and converted, and the plants live off that. The plants grow because of living off that and produce the green leafy stuff, tomatoes, all kinds of stuff. I even had my best attempt at growing an avocado in an aquaponics setup. This was the first time I actually had one that got over 2.5 foot. So over 2 foot. Yeah, It would have been better if it had been outside, but outside we have this wonderful thing called winter that shows up and freezes everything. And my setups that I tried to put outside didn't make it because they had to be shut down for the winter. So I was trying to do inside, do them until they got to a certain point, and then carry them out during the spring. But that puts in a lot more timing issues and having to transport and change things around. Anyway, it's a big three-ring circus trying to keep the cycle going. Uh, but hey, when it works, you can actually get a meal. I had, basically, I'm growing my food right here. I raised chickens, I hatched chickens, and I ate the chickens that I hatched. The ones that were producing eggs, I got to eat the eggs, and I fed them the uh, uh, leftover protein from filleting a fish. I fed it to them. When I had, other protein from my vermicomposting, basically worms eating the food leftovers that you would usually put into your uh, compost bin. Well, vermicomposting puts that in there and lets the worms eat it, and then you end up with a harvest of worms for extra protein. The black soldier larva, black fly, or yeah, soldier flies. The larvae from them are actually better, and I was contemplating going to that like they did on uh, Unwritten Journey. I highly suggest you check out their channel. They seem to be doing real good, and they're doing this over in the Philippines. Because that's something like I want to do in some way when I get there. It's not going to happen right away. I'm trying to find a place to go fishing that I like enough to say, hey, I want to be around here on a regular basis and stay. Uh, so, yes, there's a lot of different ways to try to do sustainable gardening and such. And I highly recommend more people do something like this. Even if all you're doing is planting a few seeds in the backyard and pulling up a couple of tomatoes or a couple of squash. Everything that you grow in your backyard is basically free. I mean, the seeds might cost you some money to start with, but once you get your first batches done, you end up with more seeds to work with. I have a jalapeno plants or seeds from jalapenos that I've been growing easy 15 years since I started with them. I'm gonna miss being able to throw them in the ground. I gave them to my niece and my aunt so that they could have some that are pretty much set up for growing here in Amarillo. Uh, I had a lot of good luck with tomatoes growing them here. Uh, what you may not know is that tomatoes are actually a desert plant. Yeah. Go back and look at the history. Highly recommend it. But yes, they do pretty good on High Plains Desert up here, especially when you give them the right nutrients. They can really produce. And I've been able to have lots of tomatoes, and yeah, I like being able to raise my own food, grow my own stuff. It's basically printing money. It's a garden is food. You have to pay for food. So if you're raising your own food, you're basically printing your own food. You're printing your own money because you don't have to spend money on food. You just grow it. Saves your dollars. Allows you to live bigger on less. And that's something I'm trying to get to the point of. Yeah, all the fun stuff of getting myself rid of all the stuff that I have around here. I need to have a garage sale, really I do. Again, it's what that there's for. I'm getting closer. I'm going to try to move some things out of the way and get some more stuff out to the trash can. And the more I get out of here, the better. I need to get to that garage sale so I can get rid of some of the stuff that actually has, I could make something off of that I don't just want to throw away. I hate wasting stuff. So I'd rather try to have a garage sale with it and let somebody else have something to work with. But hey, whatever doesn't sell can always go to the trash can. It's already halfway out. So, yeah. More of that as I get to it. Yeah. Anyway, again, Untold Journey or Unwritten Journey. I really like that. I might have to find out where they're at and go visit. Just because, well, a mutual interest. And more of that, and when it comes down to food, is good. I'm sorry, I got a slight crick in my neck, and it's caused me a few pings and pops and such. I don't know. Might be worth a trip to the chiropractor, just have him stretch my neck, make it a little better. I need a better bed. Actually, I think I need a harder bed. But hey, the one I got was free, so what can I say? But anyway, this is one of the things that I do want to try when I get to the Philippines. And the sooner I get there, the happier I'm going to be. Oh, the happier I'm going to be. Anyway, the countdown is still counting down. And hopefully, over the next couple of days, get this one out into the yard. And hopefully, this one here, the garage sale set up and going sometime in the next couple of weeks also. Horrible time to be having a garage sale. February. Yeah. I might not be the brightest when it comes to temporal situations, time, a group concept of which I was not a member of the group that conceived it. So why am I bound by somebody else's ideas of time? Yeah. But hey, it's winter. I probably should try to time later, but I want to at least try to get a few things going. Because I only have so long, 6 months. Yeah. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day. Again, we got a bunch of situations that are going kind of crazy in the world lately. Pray for folks. Seriously, pray for folks. I always try to throw a prayer when I see something. Just, good Lord, help. Might not be a big one, but, well, He knows what I'm thinking, so He knows where to aim it. But, not telling Him what to do. Not my job. I barely do me. And I'm not too sure I do that good of a job with me. But it is what it is. Trying to figure out somebody else is really not my strong suit. Again, I barely try to figure out me. But yeah, it's kind of like with the girl in Hong Kong. Stroke, blessings and prayers. God help her. It's a pretty simple one, but He knows who I'm thinking of and aims it if He wants. So yeah, it's His will anyway. We just kind of long for the ride. Sometimes it can be an interesting ride, especially if you're fighting. But hey, I'd suggest quit fighting. It doesn't seem to do real good. Uh, but hey, everything in life is a choice. God's gift to us is choice. The nightmare is the consequence. Again, choose to dance in the middle of the road if you want to. Just understand the consequence. Bumpers, they can be painful. Believe me, I know. Yet I still root for bumpers. Yeah, I might be crazy. But then again, Daddy knows. Anyway, for those of you along for the ride, please, hit the like, comment, subscribe if you've just found this. If you haven't, well, your choice. Life goes on. I'm not going to sit here and beat you up over it. Uh, I barely want to work with me. What makes you think I want to go through the effort of trying to have to work with you? But if you want to come along for the ride, please subscribe and follow along. If not, well, please enjoy your day and your life. Yeah, it's not my job to figure you out or tell you how to live. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Go get this uploaded in the can from the can into the world out there. I'm William from Williams, Philippines. Enjoy your weekend when it gets here. Some of you are already getting toward that point because it's Thursday morning, so it's Friday morning on the other side, or Friday evening on the other something. Thursday evening on the other side. I don't know. Anyway, somewhere it's already trying to sneak into Friday. Anyway, I hope you have a blessed day. Lots of friends, lots of food, and lots of family, and hey, a lot more food. I think the world needs more food, and if more folks would grow their own, it would be less of a problem. Sadly, a lot of places really make it hard to grow food, and they're the places that really need it the most quite often. Anyway, I'm Fish, Williams, Philippines. Later blessings. Bye-bye. Fish is out.